We're joined in studio by Liam and Peter and Faulkner, the incomparable Benzini brothers, but also sometimes known as the Hothouse Flowers. You're very welcome, lads.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's great to get you in. You're all looking well.
Thanks.
We'll ask you about the secrets of how well you look in a while.
The 3 ages of man.
This is it.
The 3 ages of man. What is it? Youth, middle age, and you're looking well.
And you're looking well. And denial, then. Denial.
That's the fourth one.
That's the fourth one, yeah. They just added it. Do you want to... We'll go ahead and get some music at the start.
Cool.
And then we'll have a chat. Do you want to introduce it, Liam? Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, okay. Well, harken back to a time. There was a studio up in Lacken by the great reservoir of Blessington Lake.
Lovely spot. Yeah.
And the lovely Teresa McCluskey answered the door and said, "Have you heard it?" And we went in and Peter pressed play. And a song like I'd never heard before somehow reached in to my marrow and pulsed, squeezed and pulsed until I felt here is something outside of me, but that can be me in some kind of way.
Yeah, that's an intro. Now, was that the song that you know?
No, that's the song, yeah.
That's very good.
It's a song about songwriting. Yeah.
All right.
You can lean on me anytime. You can take my hand, I don't mind. Never ever worry. Yeah, it mightn't ever happen. On the darkest night, come to me. When you feel alone, let it be. We won't let it win. Yeah, it might never happen. You can love me now. You can love me now. You can love me now. I'm feeling something real. You can love me now. You can love me now. me now. You can love me now. I'm feeling something real. You can love me now. You can love me now. Take me. You can love me now. You can love me now. You can love me now. I'm feeling something real. You can love me now. You can love me now. Take me.
Absolutely brilliant. Really great sound. Fantastic. Thank you. The unmistakable sound of the Hothouse Flowers. Leopardstown Live. Bulmer's Live at Leopardstown on July the 18th is the gig that's coming up. An amazing ticket price of just 15 quid. Ash, Happy Mondays, Brazier playing. It's a great lineup. 5 years, and you've been doing it for the 5 years as well. It must be a familiar, warm place to go and play.
We've done it a couple of times, I think. I don't know if we've done it
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
When you're going to a gig now as the Hothouse Flowers, do you decide, do you go, we're going to do stuff from Into Your Heart, or we're going to do, how do you decide on your set? Because, you know, you've got die-hard fans who know absolutely every chord from the Hothouse Flowers, and then you have fans who just know you as part of, an integral part of the Irish music scene for so long. How do you choose which?
It's really well worked out. It's like we get together,
a science.
spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
We have regular meetings.
We actually weigh the songs.
We do,
We write them on paper.
Well, what's your heaviest one?
There's a good one. There's a good song called Junk Food. It's a song that we've actually never performed. Once we performed it live in Lepp.
In Cork, West Cork, near Baltimore, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. It's a lovely spot. There's a festival down there, actually, I think.
There probably is.
Yeah.
There should be.
There is, yeah.
There is now. It's a festival based on the time you played that song Junk Food.
Yeah.
It's never been played anywhere else, and they celebrate that day ever since with a festival.
The heaviest song we ever wrote.
It's a festival of snack boxes and curry chips.
Snack boxes and heavy songs.
And heroin.
On albums, what have you been up to for the past while? Is there anything stern, as you used to say on Glenroe?
Oh, there's something stirring, all right.
Because I know, like,
what that is, we're not entirely sure.
Right. Okay.
Are you writing
That's
stuff?
the beauty of it.
We're kind of gestating.
Okay.
And we're circling around the pool.
Okay.
And one
And
another.
dipping a toe in from time to time, yeah. Eyeing each other up.
I love this metaphor. It's
Nervously.
quite saucy. It's kind of like a stag night in Vegas, going around the swimming
Well, that's the way we talk to each other now,
Really?
because it's all way too heavy otherwise.
All right, that's fair enough. This is the
Too
lighter
much
side.
water under the bridge.
Oh, hey, there we've hit the nerve now.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, right? It's we were joking earlier, going, well, the Hothouse Flowers. We don't need to introduce them. It's just you'll just say the Hothouse Flowers. Did you imagine back in the we won't say what year it was, that was there a plan to be where you are now with music, or did you really kind of go, we'll see what happens next year, we'll see what happens after the next album?
Well, personally, I had to tell my dad, I'm not doing what you want me to do anymore. This is what I'm doing,
So
and
that
would have to have involved some kind of belief and having. I saw a road. I said, we can do this. We're good at this, and
everyone else thought so. So this was the classic when are you going to get a real job question, which a lot of Irish dads asked their sons or did back at a certain time.
There was a bit of, it was hilarious, really. I mean, I told him, and it was the best conversation we ever had in a way, because I won. He took it well. He couldn't vote, actually, because I was on fire with something I really believe. Like, I'd made promises before to my parents about this, that, and the other things that I half-heartedly believed in. This, I didn't have a shadow of a doubt that this was what I could do, and so there was no facing me down. There was no turning me around on it. And it took a while, though. I was living in the house for a short period of that time, and every day he'd kind of go, well, what happened today? And you... Dad, come on, like...
I'm just dating.
I'm dipping my toe in the pool.
You've been listening.
But where did you come from? In that, like, I remember at a certain age and seeing the video for Don't Go, obviously, and it came on the telly, and there was one of those moments you're going, this is an Irish band, and they've got swagger, and they've got soul, and you were singing like a soul singer, but there was Irishness about it. Like it was definitely Irish, but it was. I mean, I remember feeling excitement seeing "Don't Go" and going, "That is mad." And there was the talky bit, there was the piano, there was the standing up playing the piano.
The moment.
What was that about?
That was a bit crazy.
And there was the long hair. But you had the swagger. You had the you had a bit of.
That took a lot of working out.
Where's this guy from?
Yeah.
But, you know,
I knew that'd work.
so that someone had taken the stool, obviously.
Well, we're all Dubliners. Like Faken's Monkstown, Peter's Donnybrook. I'm close to Donnybrook and Clonskeagh, and I guess we all kind of had our different intense following things that we liked in music. Personally, I had great experiences in the Scott House in 51 Eglinton Road. I was going out with a girl called Fiona Scott, and her mother Terry was a wonderful, wonderful woman. Just loved people. And loved her daughter's friends, you know, just loved the gang, and there'd always be food in the kitchen going, and bottles of wine, and there was a piano in that house, but there was a lot of Fiona, my friend. I was a very shy person. I wasn't a driver in a way, so I was kind of, and I was hanging out with my girlfriend's circle of friends, so I was quite shy in that situation. And so I remember that there was a friend of ours, Nicholas O'Neill, was one of Fiona's friends, and he is an incredible guy. He's living in San Francisco now, but he's in Ireland at the moment, and he's amazing. He's just he's watching the world turn and describing it and seeing it and getting what's going on and curious. And anyway, he was big into soul music at that stage, and up until that point I would have called myself kind of almost like a punk. I loved that period of music, and it hit me when I was 13, 14, 15, tender years kind of thing, and I identified with it and everything, all the time being a traditional musician as well. But then this soul thing came, and I thought, oh, and there was just like, we were dancing like crazy in this you know, living room, dining room with the partition doors open, dancing, and the young and the old were in there, and like the young were just dancing. And I thought, yeah, this is great, and these guys like this stuff.
It's universal as well, isn't it?
It's universal, and when you're dancing, you know, when you reach a certain point in dancing, you feel great.
Yeah.
You fix yourself for the next 6 weeks or whatever, you know, like a good dance is...
A good dance. That's what you need. A good dance.
Well, that's the problem, I think, isn't it? We forgot how to dance in Ireland, did we?
Well, we sway. You see, we sway.
Well, that's
now,
the problem, you know. We need a good dance.
We don't freak out enough.
I know.
A good dervish
the thing about the Irish people is that we're waiting for the right moment. We're poised.
Now, are we poised to freak out about what's going wrong, or are we poised to...
We're poised to... freak out. That's exactly what I was. No, I think in a certain way, culturally, yeah, we've been through so much as a people, like over the hundreds of years. We've seen and experienced everything that anyone else has experienced: slavery, starvation. We've experienced all that stuff, and yet here we are, still talking to each other in metaphors now, obviously, rather than real.
I think it's part of our wit. We were kind of talking about this morning. It's part of who we are. You know, when you see there was people protesting outside the Dáil yesterday, and you know, you look at the placards and there's the usual stuff, and then there's a couple of other placards, and one of them says, "I love Claire Daly. Do you fancy a pint?" Another one had a big picture of an arse, and it said arse holes, and then another one just was a placard with the word feck written on it. Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's about to happen. We have so many ingredients in this country.
But we're always messing though as well, aren't we? We're always messing. Yeah. Maybe it makes us get on with each other.
Yeah, and we don't suffer fools gladly, but we have interesting mechanisms culturally. And then we've got our roots. Our roots are phenomenal. Irish roots music is phenomenal. I mean, if you actually touch that surface and you go in there, you're set up for the rest of your life. Psychically, socially, the whole deal. The country is amazing.
It's a very deep well.
It's a deep well, and it keeps learning about itself. It keeps kind of reaching out. And
it wasn't. to get political, wasn't that the problem, that we forgot about all that and we thought that we were better than this and that we were actually go-getters and we belonged in America and that we belonged in big fancy houses and we needed big cars and lots of money and we could do this and we could show the rest of the world how we could be really wealthy and really successful. And in fact, we were just actually doing it all on the
Never Never.
On the Never Never, and we had no money, and it was all a big cod. But maybe we just needed to get through that.
Yeah, taste it at least. I mean, there's definitely a lot of appreciation for the calm that has returned. And the less cars around, and we've a great president now. He's like brilliant. Everything he says is like food for thought, real food for thought. You kind of go, yeah, he's right.
And rightly has a good reputation for supporting the arts.
Yeah, he's a poet
always
himself.
has done. Yeah, and
I owe him 100 quid.
Do you?
I do,
well,
because
he's on the line. It's one of those mornings. I think we could talk for ages.
I could just talk forever.
We just gotta. We have to tell people Bulmer's live at Leopardstown, July 18th, and it's going to be a great gig.
Yeah,
and it's great to have you in.
Maybe come in some more at the start of the show, and we will actually just talk for 4 hours. Would that be all right?
Yeah.
Please.
You're on.
Please.
Thanks.
We'll do a special.
Yeah.
Peter,
special needs.
Liam. The Hothouse Flowers, everybody. Guys, thanks a million.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Finest work.
We are Phantom.